Hello and welcome back. It is Gauntlet of Greatness time once again. I'm Randy Buehler, joined by my normal partner in crime, Shadow Nutella. How are things, Shadow?
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. It's playoff time here in the Gauntlet of Greatness. We took 16 of the best standard decks in the history of standard. We put them in 4 groups of 4. The top 2 from each group after a round robin advance to the playoffs. These are your 8 playoff decks. And we're going to flesh out the right-hand side of the bracket. So Dragonstorm is about to take on Affinity for a spot in the semifinals. And then later today, we'll also be playing the Tinker deck versus Zvi Bargain. So, couple of nice matchups. Sorry. And let's get to it. Affinity versus Dragonstorm. Here you get a good look at the Dragonstorm deck. This is the deck that Makihito Mahara used to win Worlds. The idea is play Dragonstorm. If the storm count is 4, then you can just get 4 Boggart and Hellkites, and it comes into play effect will deal 20 to your opponent. You can throw in Hunted Dragons if you need to, and now there's a 6-power Hasty Dragon that you can attack with. The rest of the deck is Rituals, Seething Song, Rite of Flame, Lotus Bloom to both get there faster and up the storm count, ways to stall in Giga Drow's Remand, and ways to go looking for whatever you need. Sleight of hand, Telling Time. Fairly straightforward, fairly elegant combo deck. Dragonstorm actually made the finals of the World Championships 2 years in a row back in the mid-2000s. Then this is the version that won. The opponent, a boogeyman still familiar to anyone who plays Modern. The Affinity deck. This is standard legal the summer after Fifth Dawn came out. No Skull Clamps in this list. We have the cranial plating version of the Affinity deck. But the Skull Clamp was the only card that had been banned at this point. You've still got Disciple of the Vault, so that Ravager eating things can just kill them out of nowhere. You've got all the artifact lands you could want, so your artifact count stays crazy high. You know, Frogmites are almost always free. Mirror Enforcers are good enough. Thoughtcast costs 1 mana. Yeah, this is, not all of the artifacts that have shown up over the years and make the Modern Affinity deck so good, but lots of the best ones and many cards that are currently banned in Modern. So there you go. Let's see how this goes. I am going to set up a match in the constructed Getting Serious room. All right. We're going to put on 60-minute clocks just so we don't have to worry about it.
It seems unlikely that we would hit the timer in this particular matchup.
True story.
Like, you won't even have you don't have a whole lot of decisions to make in that deck.
The sequencing stuff can get kind of intricate. You just don't think I'm going to take the time to get it right, do you? Way encouraging me. All right. I will mute you on Skype. We can chat more after the match. Good luck, Shadow.
Sounds good. Good luck.
All right. Move us over to gameplay, and we're off. Yeah, this is a keeper, right? I mean, it's only 1 land, but I get to go Arcbound, just Sphere, Frogmite. Yeah, this has got to be a keeper, especially on the draw. Who needs land when you've got affinity spells, right? Yeah, so next turn I can't actually get the Frogmite down, can I? I need to do 2 draw steps without a land? Ugh. I mean, it's a good card. I can't actually do very much this turn, right? I just play the Aether Vial and call it good? Arg. Yeah, no zeros, so I cannot get to the Frogmite mana. I mean, Chromatic Sphere can be the blue for this Thoughtcast. That's what's going to happen eventually. Yeah, it's great, but it needed a second land in those 2 draw steps, not going to lie. Aether Vial's got to be better than Arcbound Worker. But it gives me the Arcbound Worker for free next turn. And that ability to attack for 1 isn't what's going to win this game. I mean, his deck, the Dragonstorm deck, is capable of winning as early as turn 4. But it really needs a Lotus Bloom to pull that off. Him not having a Lotus Bloom, he has to get a lot of rituals if he's going to win without a Lotus Bloom. Will win quickly anyway. Obviously, the more land that he puts into play, the better his things get. Mirror Retriever. All right. Still no land. Huh. So Archon Worker is the 4th artifact that makes Frogmite free. I can't play any of these 2s. I just have to drop a Chromatic Sphere. And that's going to be that. And I do want to play. I'm going to go ahead and... I don't even need to do this now, do I? I can leave the Aether Vial untapped because the Chromatic Sphere is enough to turn on the Frogmite. I can surprise him with Archbound Worker during this end step. Surprise! It's not a Disciple. So you got more telling time? More telling time. Alright. I mean, I call his deck a turn 4 deck. It's capable with enough rituals of winning. I think, hypothetically, it can win on the first turn. But that's got to be very specific, like all the cheap rituals. Yes, I would like my free Archbound Worker. Still kind of want land, not gonna lie. But Aether Vial going up to 2 is also relevant. Hey, Tom. Interesting. Alright, so I cannot play a cranial plating. I can Thoughtcast off this Chromatic Sphere, right? So how does that work? I announce the Thoughtcast, and then I get the blue mana from the Chromatic Sphere. I guess it doesn't actually matter. I have plenty of artifacts. I don't need it as I don't need to count the Chromatic Sphere. It's one of the artifacts, so I'm just gonna get the blue mana and see what's up. Another Chromatic Sphere. Interesting. Remand would kind of suck, not gonna lie. Interesting. So now we have Ravager Disciple, which is kind of cool. I do have a second land. I'm clearly going to be playing that. I take my Aether Vial up to 2, so I'm not using it for Disciple. So this Chromatic Sphere is my black mana for Disciple. It's basically a next turn plan. It seems like playing Chromatic Sphere, and I'm attacking. Aether Vial is almost certainly going to be putting Ravager into play. But it's not like I'm at the point where I can kill him with a big Ravager. And I'm attacking for 4, I'm dropping him to 14. There's nowhere near enough artifacts to threaten lethal. So I think it's end step, Vial for Ravager, untap, Crack Sphere for black mana for Disciple. And I'm set up to kill him next turn. Alright, he's going to Giga Drowse and tap some of my stuff. Seems fine. Yeah, there's no reason to eat stuff without, especially without a Disciple in play. I mean, basically just hoping he doesn't kill me at this point. I mean, his deck can be fast. It can also, you know, draw the Giga Drowses and the Telling Times and not stitch together everything, right? He's got to find multiple rituals and a Dragonstorm. With 5 lands, you know, 2 rituals and a Dragonstorm. Gets 3 dragons, which is probably good enough because it's not like I can attack through 5/5 dragons. I'm not going to want to pick this up, right? I'm going to want both ATOG and Mirror Retriever for sure. I mean, I can obviously tap it as a response to this and get a creature into play while it's on to, but I'm not taking it up anyway, so there's no reason to. Artifact land is not bad here at all. I mean, it's got to just be Disciple, right? If I play the Disciple, it means I can't play the Cranial Plating, but Disciple seems better than Cranial Plating here. Like, he's got Giga Drow, so Cranial Plating is a little on the scary side. Huh. If he remands, I could actually Retriever back a Chromatic Sphere and play the Disciple again. But he doesn't. Interesting. Now what? I feel like I should just play an artifact here before combat, give myself options. Right, if he has nothing, I think I can kill him. Attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5. I can make it 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's close. Like, going all in is very close to killing him. Mostly I'm trying to figure out which artifact to play. Alright, Aether Vial is going to put either the Ravager or the Mirror Retriever in. Do I want Cranial Plating? Even though I can't detach it? I mean, certainly if we get to next turn, I'm going to want it. Question is, do I want the Ravager and the Retriever? I feel like I want the Ravager and the Retriever. Then I can surprise him with a Cranial Plating next turn. Cranial Plating and Ravager are not exactly the best of friends. Do you have Giga Drows? Are you tapping things? You're charging up Calciform Pools. Oh, and then spending a mana to get more blue. So yeah, this is Giga Drows, probably for 4 from the looks of it. Yeah, I think which is all of my non-summoning sick attackers. I do not have a second Disciple, and I do not have 17 artifacts, so he has bought himself a turn. Yeah, did not expect to be able to kill him this turn. But now I've slogged my way through 2 Giga Drowses. Feels like I'm going to be able to kill him next turn. Alright. Can you kill me yet? I had 4 cards in hand, draws a 5th. Hang 2 life for Steam Vents, that's not a great sign for me. Okay, here's the Seething Song. Rite of Flame, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is Dragonstorm mana. His storm count is 3 though, right? He's giving me a turn? He has to give me a turn. He can't actually just bring me for 20 here. Huh. This is gonna be interesting. Like, because he kind of has to kill my creatures. If he just deals 15 to me and has 3 dragons on defense, I kill him. Right? I attack with everybody, and the unblocked creatures are gonna get Ravager counters dumped on top of them. So he got off his Dragonstorm, but with a storm count of 3, I'm not sure that's good enough. Yeah, I mean, I think he has to kill my creatures. This is what he's figuring out right now, right? Alright, good lord. So this Hellkite is dealing 1 to a Retriever, 1 to the Disciple. So any damage I want to deal with Disciple, I have to deal now. That's annoying. I definitely want the Ravager to eat some of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 each to 5 different creatures. Huh. I'm not going to have enough creatures survive to be able to attack through him, am I? Well, Ravager is going to eat Mirror Retriever. Mirror Retriever has a choice but to get a Chromatic Sphere. And I mean, I may as well just eat everything else, right? Too bad. Disciple's not an artifact creature. The Disciple's dying. I can't do anything about that. I think I want to make Frogmite relevant. I don't think I actually survived this, but we're gonna try. Huh. So now it's just the Disciple, which I can't eat. I may as well let him commit to the next dragon. I mean, I guess this is my chance to eat things with Disciple, but my cranial plating, and I'm gonna make him commit to the next dragon. Weird. I'm putting counters on the Frogmite because I want to make it able to attack next turn. Might just be the wrong way to think about it. That way all my eggs aren't in one basket. I suppose I could have saved one of the workers. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should have saved one of the workers. Also, this happens, right? So everything is targeting that. I need 2 things. Or I can just get a new one. Yeah, I probably need to go on the front. I mean, certainly his plan here is to kill all my creatures and then win with his 5/5 flying dragons, which is a pretty good plan, not gonna lie. We're fighting the fight we can. Alright, he's going 5 to my face. Can't do anything about that. Well, yeah, it puts me at 15. Do you have a Blink Moth Nexus that can chump block once? Alright, I am not going to take up Aether Vial because I want to be able to put ATOG into play, I guess. Fuck. Alright, I can play Cranial Plating. Obviously, if I attack with this Ravager, it can be double blocked. If I play Cranial Plating, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get that one to an 8. So attack right now does not oblige him to block. Yes, it does. He's already obliged to block if I attack with the with the Ravager. It's a Frogmite. I feel like I want this Frogmite to be wearing a Cranial Plating. The problem is also, oh, do I need the ability to activate both block X's? I guess if he's obliged to block, then I am not obliged to have a Blink block Nexus on defense. If I go Cranial Plating equipped to Frogmite, then one of his dragons is guaranteed to die. He cannot attack me for 15 next turn. I think that's my line. Anything else is super risky in terms of drawing mana. Alright, so that's a trade and a chump. Which seems great. I don't need to respond to any of this. I mean, I have a surprise ATOG, but whatever. I can just say go. And now he's obliged to block Ravager again. Or die, because I can deal 15 with it. In fact, I might be able to make the ATOG lethal. Nice. That was a tough one. That was a good game. Survived Dragonstorm for 3 Hellkites. I'll take it. Alright, my sideboard doesn't really do anything here. Like, these Mirror Retrievers are kind of lame. They're more for grindy matchups, which this just isn't. So I'm going to take the one Retriever out of my main deck and replace it with a Shrapnel Blast. Just have the ability to deal 5 direct damage and try to win a turn earlier at some point. But, like, none of my cards are bad against him. They all kind of do my thing. I don't need creature removal. I don't randomly need flyers. Like, chump blocking is not really how I'm going to win this game, and as we saw, Blink Buff Nexus could even sort of do that. Yeah, I think I just go with basically my main deck, just without the Mirror Retriever. Cool. That was a tough game. I'm not completely convinced I played the Hellkite turn completely optimally, but it was close enough if it wasn't optimal. Interesting. I'm going to guess I have to keep this. I'm annoyed by the lack of colored mana for these 3 cards. I mean, it's turn 2 Frogmite. Like, huh. I don't have that many blue sources. Like, even if I get there, I guess if I get there, this draw's good. But, like, it doesn't have any of the best cards. Maybe I mulligan this. Yeah, because, like, even if I draw blue mana, it's not exactly a fast draw. I'm gonna mulligan. 0 land. Oh, good mulligan again. Keeping those 5. I don't even know if this is better or worse than the 7. Okay. This is Citadel and a Chromatic Sphere. Doesn't do anything else. 2 artifacts for Frogmite. He's gonna Lotus Bloom now. Made Face Talent, sure. Cranial Plating. Alright. So if I play Nexus, I only have 2 artifacts, so my Frogmite costs 3. I kind of want to crack Chromatic Sphere for Disciple, but I guess I'm doing that next turn. Wow, and this is just a 2-mana Cranial Play, or 2-mana Frogmite, isn't it? Do what you gotta do. Grizzly Bear, go. It's a mull to 5. What do you want from me? Land Hero Cranial Plating this turn would not suck. More color spells. Great. If I played Cranial Plating here and not being able to equip it, I think I am. He gets an artifact on the board to start building up toward Mirror Enforcer. It lets me equip for 1 mana next turn and play Disciple. This draw is not exactly working out. But maybe his draw won't work out, right? Not dead, that's good. Drew a land, that's good. I mean, I just equip an attack, right? One, 2, 5 artifacts. I can tap 2 for Mirror Enforcer here. What's he up to? I don't remember him having instants, but I don't know what's in his sideboard. Not off the top of my head, anyway. Oh, repeal. It's annoying. And it turns off my Mirror Enforcer too, doesn't it? He's repealing the plating, not the Frogmite. Okay. I mean, I could Shrapnel Blast him and fizzle his repeal. How crazy is that? The plating hits pretty hard. I mean, I'm probably just going to die next turn when this Lotus Bloom resolves. So, assume I'm not going to die. I just need to deal as much damage as I can as fast as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't play Mirror Enforcer this turn. I could replay the plating. But all that does is hit him for like half his life next turn. I don't know. I guess there's value in getting the Disciple down because it sets up. Okay. Does he need the card is the other question. Huh. I guess I could have played the Enforcer before the combat so that I wouldn't get repealed out of this. I would definitely feel better if I already had Enforcer on the board before I walked into this repeal. Yeah, I think I just replayed the Cranial Plane. Kind of wrecked. Lotus Bloom comes into play. Am I dead? He's got 4 lands. He can play 5th. He's got 6 cards in his hand. But he's only got 4 copies of Dragonstorm in his deck, right? He's only seen 14 cards. I guess 15, 16 cards. I just wasn't thinking about the instant. If I think about the fact that he has repeal in the sideboard, I should play the Enforcer to the main phase. Just didn't study his sideboard. Nothing in his main deck that punishes me for that attack. It's just I don't think there's any scenario where I'm actually going to want a Shrapnel Blaster Disciple. So I should have just played the Enforcer. Okay, probably dead. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got all the mana. Again, this is for 3. Yeah, Dragonstorm for 3. This time I can't actually pressure him though, right? Yeah, there's no way I can win it from here. I mean, he's not actually going to kill me because the Stormcat is only 3, but he's going to leave me with no creatures. He's on 14. Like, I could top deck Ravager and go Ravager Disciple. Interesting. Yeah, I can't take that. He's going to have me to one attack though, right? There's no way for me to pressure his life total. There's no way for me to make him block like I could last time because I can't have anything survive his attack. And yeah, I'm going to be at 7, so alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. 1 game apiece. See what happens in game 3. One of these decks will go to the semifinals. One of these decks will be done for the season. Getting on the play is certainly nice. Definitely want to play first. And this draw's not ideal. But like I can pop Sphere. I guess is it turn 1 Disciple or turn 1 Chromatic Sphere? It's probably turn 1 Disciple. I mean, it needs a lot. I can not get a mulligan at this. I have Ravager Disciple, Thoughtcast with a Chromatic Sphere. I mean, it's only a 1 lander, but I don't think I can mulligan that. It just really, really, really wants to draw a land. I don't think... I mean, I could lead Chromatic Sphere, planning to pop it on turn 2, except I also want it to be the blue mana from the Thoughtcast. So I'm going to lead Disciple and hope I don't have to go digging that way. Land, please. Light here is totally fine. Wow. Now this turn is so wasted. I think I might have to pop this Sphere. I'm nowhere near the Thoughtcasts. Huh. The chat seems to agree that I should go for it. Now we have 2 land. What are you going to do with them? This is a Ravager turn? It's better than playing. No blue mana for the Thoughtcast, so my hand is kind of... No red mana for the Shrapnel Blast. My hand is kind of 2 cards. Huh. Man, the land would be so good. Mostly we get to hope that he doesn't have it. He's done actual nothing. He hasn't cast a single spell. This could easily be a remand, but it's not. Wow, what is his draw? Does he get some kind of like Pyroclasm draw? He's trying to get me to overcommit. Ravager messes with that though. Does he cast a spell? What has he got? Alright. Well. I go ahead and play another worker, right? I think I do. In case I need to eat things for some reason. You're just gonna take 8? Seriously, you're just gonna take 8. And then Ravager could just eat 4 artifacts and kill him. No reason to do that before combat, though. Yeah, take 8. Wow. So he's dead. What on earth can he have to punish me for just eating 4 artifacts now? I don't think I know what he can have. His sideboard is Repeals, Teferi, Trickbind? Can counter an ability, and activated abilities can't be activated this turn. So he can Trickbind to buy a turn? None of the rest of this does anything. But if he Trickbinds, then... I'm going to want to be able to eat stuff on his turn. Yes. He's just dead, right? Crazy. Crazy. What a weird game. What a weird game. What are you holding?
So nothing useful, but I'm holding 2 Rite of Flames and a Dragonstorm. Okay. Unfortunately, so that was my opening, and if I found any other mana card, I just go off last turn.
Sure.
But I was unable to, so I ended up drawing a Hunted Dragon and another Dragonstorm.
Wow.
I wanted to make you walk through your thought process because I imagined you're worried about me doing the tricking thing, or...
Yeah, trick bind was all I could come up with. I'm like, I'll do it on my turn, and then if he trick binds me, I'll finish it off on his turn, so...
Well, it would need to be trick bind and repeal to bounce your other dude, right?
Sure.
And then I can go off, but yeah, I only have the 1 repeal in there.
Yeah.
Or whatever the name of that card is. I only have, because that worked with my boarding.
Crazy.
But yeah. So I was able to go off the first game, sort of. Unfortunately, I keep going off for 3.
Yep.
It's not quite the number, but I had to go off. I even used some tricksy Giga Drowse tech by like adding the mana to the card and then removing it with the other red to get to 4 to give me the turn. But man,
yeah, only Storm for 3. So Affinity goes to the semifinals.